The beach is pretty weird if you think about it. It's just a stretch of crushed rock and then salty water. I still love it though. Hey y'all, I'm Caleb and I think the beach is pretty cool. Now, I'm not a beach freak or anything, I still love the mountains. After all, you can't get sunburned in snow. But there's just something about the beach that makes it special. The shimmering water, the warm sand, the breezy palm trees, the salty wind, getting covered in oil. Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. The first time I went to the beach was when I was just a couple of months old. But since I don't remember anything from back then, let's just skip ahead a few years. The first memorable trip to the beach was with my family a few years ago. Since we live in northern Texas, the nearest coast was only a day's drive away. Oh, so you live close to the beach. What? No. But I thought you said, I know what I said. Day's drive, as in a drive that takes a full day because of stuff like going through Austin on I-35. Ugh. Anyway, the beach we finally arrived at was super crowded. Yippee. But that was when I learned about one of the worst parts of the beach. Everybody loves it. Speaking of beach cons, I gotta talk about what is arguably the worst one. Sunburns. The worst sunburn that I've ever gotten was from a church camp that was at the beach for some reason. Now, it wasn't that I didn't have any sunscreen. I sprayed my arms, head, chest, legs, everywhere. Except for my back. This short I made a while ago shows how I felt. Ah, what a beautiful day. I think I'm just gonna take a nap.
3 hours later.
Well, that was a great nap. Ah, great. Dink. The sunburn stretched all the way up to my neck too, which made the sports and other activities and stuff that we did a real pain. I was going to say for me. I'm just glad I brought aloe vera ointment or whatever this stuff is, because otherwise I would have been really cooked. Figuratively and literally.
Watch out, watch out!
Every year I've gone to the camp, I feel like something wild happens. Like, the next year I went, I somehow managed to ruin the bus ride for everyone the entire trip. Now, it's around a 14-hour ride to our destination. Naturally, anything that happens on the bus is going to stay on the bus. And that year, I was feeling a little queasy whenever I woke up at 4:30. Yeah, I think we all know where this is going. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Are you sure you want to go? Yeah, I'll be fine. When I arrived, I had to sit in the back of the bus right next to the bathroom, which was super annoying at first because I knew that eventually somebody would come in and stink the whole bus up. And I was right. Looking back now, it was definitely a blessing in disguise, because the moment that we started moving, I felt even more nauseous, but all I had to do was walk 2 feet to the bathroom. Blech. Yeah, I threw up. Honestly, I don't even know why. But after returning to my seat, I felt a little better, and I tried to rest up the best I could. Blech. I threw up like 4 times on the way there, and at one point my dad, who was on the bus, tried to give me some medicine, but I had to elbow him aside so I didn't barf all over the seats. Ugh, thanks, I hope this works. Blech. Anyway, it was fun hearing people badmouth whoever it was that stunk the bus up, especially since that person was me. I'm glad I didn't leave early though, because I felt better the next day, and I was able to enjoy the trip pretty well. The next year was also eventful because we ended up playing Blackout Hide and Seek at midnight, right before we were supposed to leave. Now, while it was my idea to play, and we all had a great time doing it, in hindsight it was a pretty stupid idea. Anyway, what ended up happening was that one of my friends crouched underneath the TV mounted on the wall, below which was a glass platform for the box and the cords and all the other stuff. When he got caught, he stood up and... Okay, who all is left? Black glass shards were all over his back, the floor, another friend's shoes and suitcase. It was a complete disaster. However, I was able to quickly take control and we cleaned up mostly everything. And other than that, the trip was pretty sweet. But what was not sweet was getting covered in oil. One year, my family and some other relatives rented an Airbnb down by the ocean for a few days, just for a fun little trip. However, the first time we went out on the beach, we saw that it was absolutely littered. Not with trash, but with blobs of tar and dead jellyfish. Fun, right? Now, I don't know where all the jellies came from, just that they stung and were super annoying and blobby and eck. Now, the tar balls, or oil, or whatever you want to call them, were apparently a naturally occurring petroleum release that's sourced from deposits underneath the seabed. So in normal terms, they were basically globs of oil that came out of nowhere, that were also very sticky. Like by the time we were done, all of our feet, swimsuits, gear, everything was covered in black gunk. It was when we were washing off to get into a pool that we first made this discovery. Ugh, what is this stuff? Oh, it's just oil, honey. You'll be fine. Oil? Ah, shoot, here we go again. It was fine though. We just got some dish soap and towels and we got most of it off. And afterwards, I devised a simple solution to get rid of the oil once and for all. But even after all of the crazy stuff I've seen, I still love the beach. Yes, it can be a little wild at times, but there is absolutely no better place to relax on a summer vacation. Now if you excuse me, I need to work on my tan.